Hi, Haika. My name is PG. I am one of the PPA approved jurors, and I am here to critique your image Strong Fit. Seems like the image did not merit at IPC this year. So let's take a look and see what are the elements that are working for it and if there is anything that can be done differently. Okay, Strong Fit. Beautiful subject matter, first of all, and I see where you're going with the strong fit, um, giving her actually a fit literally within the frame itself, and also um, probably music is fitting to her, and also the violin that is fitting nicely into the frame. I love the diagonals that you created here. Just the violin going across, and her that waist band or whatever that ribbon that is going this way, and how you place the subject within the frame, beautifully done. Just enjoying the overall black and white quality of the image. We have nice whites and blacks and everything in between, beautifully captured, and like the presentation as well. It's a very clean presentation. Cool. So let us see what are the things that can be done differently, or can help this image have a more impact. So one of the things I see is, let's start with the lighting. So we have this very beautiful subject, and I'm perceiving the light is coming from the top down because of the shadow we are seeing on the subject, and the this arm being a little bit brighter than the rest of the image itself. So from that perspective, we one thing is that because the she is the main subject of the image, having a little bit of a catch light will definitely help. So if you are using, let's say, an octabox or a beauty dish or something like that, and it's coming top down, just moving the subject farther away from the light, a little bit away from the light, will make sure that the light will reach under the eyes, especially when you have this bangs, and the eyes are slightly deeper or whatever that might be. So I'm not sure where this catchlight is coming from, but I'm believing this might be from the fill light, because the main light cannot be this small. From when we see from the top down, I was hoping for a circular or a rectangular shape here, but anyway, so the point is to reach more light under the eyes so that we can enjoy the eyes, because this is from the expression and from everything, I'm not feeling that you're trying to create a dramatic portrait here. So seeing the eyes will give the sparkle that we need in the image. And overall, like the arms are really bright, and if you see, the eye goes between these very strongly. So either feathering the light, or like I said, moving the light slightly farther, the subject a little bit away from the light, will minimize these effects also, and might be you can even block some of the light, um, and using either flags or something of that nature. You can get the lighting where you want, and not have so much brightness in the rest of the frame. Okay. And I see a shadow in the background. I'm not sure where this is coming from, because my perception is the light is coming from top. Probably a fill light is casting a shadow of the violin on the background. Um, Keeping the subject away from the background will reduce these kind of issues. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but I am not seeing this as intentional, because uh, the lighting, like we have this brightness, and then there is another brightness here. So this violin is casting a shadow on the background, and also I see some kind of a banding going on in the background as well. Let me zoom in a little bit. Again, like when we are actually judging for IPC merits, the software won't let us zoom in, and judges are not allowed to zoom in, but here I'm doing it for the critique purposes. Okay, so see this patches of light, like the line how they are stepped approach. So this is a digital artifact, and just watch out for that kind of a thing in future. Okay. uh, So, and also like, having the shadow anyway on the background is not advisable anyway. Okay. Um, Other than that, I mean, just wish for there is a little bit more definition of clothing here, but I really don't mind. I mean, I think we have enough. But if at all, I'm wishing I would wish for a tiny bit more information there, just a little nitpick. And this hand is posed so beautifully. This is nice, but this thumb was a little tense. Like it feel, probably it's the weight. I don't know. Or this is putting a little bit weight, but overall that elegance of this hand pose and these fingers is missing in this thumb. So just stretching it out, or giving us that a little bit more comfort there would really help. And I understand that you are going for a strong fit and you're trying to fit the subject. But what is happening is, because of all the dark that is around the frame and everything else in the image, the eye goes to the areas of contrast immediately. And the areas of contrast, if you see here, these arms are very contrasty with the frame, and especially when we have some amount of contrast along the edges of the frame, the eye goes there. We call those tangents, and the tangents create tension. This side, it is somewhat okay, mainly because of the shadow that is created on this side of the arm. So this doesn't feel as tense as this one, but this corner is definitely very tense because it's almost touching the edge, but it is not. I understand that you're creating a strong fit and you're trying to give a little meaning to this, but from the visual perspective, I'm saying this contrast so close to the edge is not advisable if you're not creating drama, unintentional drama there. Okay, so just something to watch out for in future. Yeah, I mean, so skin, I think it's mainly because of the lighting. The skin feels little too smooth in these areas, almost to a point of no texture in some of the areas, especially like some of the top of the arm here doesn't have. So if you see, like, we have a little bit of texture here, but we are losing the texture, but mainly from the lighting is what I believe. It's blowing out some of the highlights. And say the shape of the arm, I don't know if it is done in post production or not, but you see some shadowing going on here, and then the highlight to shadow transition is somewhat abrupt. Like right there is a line, and then there is a darker spot, probably missed in dodging and burning, is what I'm guessing. So just watch out for those kind of things. But overall, I enjoyed this image. I love the black and white quality of this image, and love the story that you're trying to tell, and clean presentation, great subject matter. These few things that I nitpicked a lot of little things. It's just so that you will observe those things in your future entries, and hopefully make creative decisions with that. I hope some of these inputs helped you, and I'm looking forward to seeing many more images of you in the future competitions. Don't forget, Imaging USA is coming up in Nashville, Tennessee in January 2023. Looking forward to seeing you there. I wish you all the best.